Hi guys, I'm here at Bolam Lake Country Park in Northumberland. A place to visit because of the delightful scenery, wildlife and woodland walks until the sun goes down. Bolam Lake has a reputation of being a hotspot for paranormal activity. There have been numerous sightings of the Beast of Bolam, a tall dark figure with glowing eyes. After dark, people will flash their car headlights or wander around the woods knocking on trees and shining torches, which seems to attract the attention of this elusive wild man. So I think it's a good idea to spend all night here alone as human bait to lure in the Beast of Bolam. I'm at the northwest corner of the park, which is the highest ground and is a good vantage point to see what's happening all around. It's also the location of an Iron Age hill fort, and some have speculated could be a gateway to another dimension. There's been reports of creatures with glowing red eyes going in and out of these alleged portals. We're in the centre where the hill fort would have been, and as you can see, a lot of it's been destroyed through quarrying. This would be a good place to do a wild camp, but there's a path just beyond the wall and there's too many people. There's not many resources here either, so I'm going to head down into the woods. There's a stream, there's plenty of wood lying around. I can have a barbecue later and, cook some chicken and try and lure in the Beast of Bolam. And I'm cracking up, aren't I? Two branches, but one's going up there, bent as well. You've got this bent all the way across here and held down by a log. I mean, the wind's not going to bend that down and then a log is just going to be put on top of it naturally. It doesn't happen like that. There's a lot of structures in here which I think are man-made. Some clearly sawn pieces of wood placed up against trees, loosely in the form of a teepee style shelter. But some other structures are just, they defy logic. So I'm going to spend the night here on my own to see if there's any truth in these tales that there is something that comes out at night. Something tall, dark, taller than any human, with glowing eyes. I found a place to camp and I'm all set up. I'm starting to lose the light, so I'll give you a quick look before it starts to get too dark. I'm just under the silt top one the night. What I want is maximum visibility all around. I've got that camo netting up because there's a walker's path about 200 metres over there, and I can easily be seen, if anybody looks over and sees any movement. It doesn't look very stealthy, to be honest with you. It's just going to break out the outline from a distance. I think it might be cold tonight, so I'm only in a 3-season sleeping bag, so what I've had to do, underneath I've got one of these mylar sheets. It's what you get for covering your car windscreen in the winter, stop it frosting up. It's really thick. That's going to insulate me from the ground. I am on top of a mat. I'm on my Thermarest Pro Light. It's only a 3/4 length mat, so this time of year you need a little bit extra warmth. And I'm right down next to a river here, which is a water source for later. I brought plenty of water, but it's mainly just for washing my dishes later and conserving what fresh water I've brought in. Brought the chair with us. Over here I've got a cooking area. Haven't set it up yet, I haven't looked for any wood or anything yet. Got me water, I've got me Crusader cup, and I've got some chicken for the barbecue. Try to lure in some activity. I'm actually looking forward to the night. I know there's some strange things been happening here at Bolam Lake, you know, but if we're going to get to the bottom of it, you've got to stay here all night basically and stake out the place. And it's no good coming here if I haven't got the means to get some decent recordings. So what I've brought tonight is, I've brought me Zoom H6 audio recorder, and I've got a trail camera as well. Right, it's pitch black now, so I'm going to get a fire going. I'm not going to mess around, I'm just going to use one of these wax burners. Get out and do a bit of wild camping. You know it makes sense. You know it makes sense. Ah, that's hot. It's falling off the bone there now. Well, I haven't heard any unusual sounds up to now. The night is still young. It's only gone about 7 o'clock, so I've got all night. I think it's about time we try to whoop. Whoop! I heard like a clap. It could have been a bird in the tree, but they're all the way at the roost now. Like either a clap of the hands or a rock clack. Two rocks getting struck together. I'm getting shivers down my spine now. I don't want to get freaked out, like that's the last thing I want. Up to now it's been uneventful, apart from what I thought was a couple of rocks clacking together before. Or might have just been birds flapping their wings in the trees. It's funny when it gets dark how your mind can play tricks with you. You know, you've got all your senses are heightened. You've got like, your adrenaline's going. It's so easy to get freaked out. You've just got to kind of detach yourself from fear. There's nothing to fear except fear itself. And just think, well, daytime is the same as nighttime. There's just less photons and more animals are out. Don't know where you can see that, but I've got it recording there now. It's running on 96 kilohertz, 24-bit, which is the highest setting. And on a 32 gig SD card, it'll run for about 12 hours. Heard something over there, but I think it was just a bird. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the trail camera up because I'm ready to retire to me shelter. And it's just one of them cheap ones from Aldi. The MacLeod, I think they are. Cheap and cheerful, £69. I know it's set up, all I've got to do is click that over to on, and you've got like 5 seconds to get out the way. 5, 4, 3. So it'll probably catch me the first couple of times. So that's set. I think it's about time we try another whoop. Whoop! Well, the audio recorder's running now, so if there's anything faint, any faint sounds, it should pick it up. And I haven't heard anything really unusual. I thought I could see like flashes of light through the trees, but I think it was just when I was moving my head. It's just the sky. And there's a road a few hundred metres through the trees. So that's where I've been sitting, just listening to the sounds of the woods. And before long I'm going to be in my sleeping bag inside my bivvy. I'm going to be nice and warm in there. Morning. Well, I didn't really experience anything unusual last night, apart from what I thought was rocks clacking together, which could have been birds flapping their wings or, you know, something like that. But one thing I will notice about this place, you know, on a night time, birds and animals usually go to sleep. Here, all night, the birds were restless. Something was spooking them, or it could just be the fact that the sheer volume of wildlife in this area means that they're going to be making noises all night. But I've camped in a lot of different places and it's not quite like this. I didn't hear any foxes or anything. You know, I'm not sure what could have been spooking them. I can understand people coming to these woods looking for strange goings on or seeing things and hearing things. It could be the animals because there's a lot of wildlife. You know, people could be mistaken. The movement people are seeing through the trees could be other people, could be, you know, ramblers, dog walkers, that sort of thing. So I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here. You know, that doesn't explain the tall, dark figures with glowing eyes. But I mean, I've camped in a lot of places in so-called hotspots for this sort of like strange activity, paranormal activity, whatever you want to call it. And I've never seen anything, mate. And I've camped all over. So people could be mistaken, people could be hoaxing, people could be lying. You know, I'm not saying everybody's hoaxing or lying, but you know, that is a possibility and we've got to look at that. For now I'm just going to have a wander around, see if I can see anything unusual, film a bit more, and I'm going to get packed up and get away, and hopefully I'll see you guys all on the next one.